I can't go to your house and you calling me. So girl, she got like 4 kids. She just leave not too long ago, just had a little boy. And
Okay, good morning, Delgado students. How you doing? All right, good.
Good morning. I'm finding you.
Okay, good. All right, so the first thing is I want to make sure we're not having any issues. Anybody got any issues with getting things to work? I know, Chantel, you had a question. Did you get that worked out?
No, I did not.
So what was it was happening?
When I go to download the lockdown browser, it's not allowing me to.
Okay, you're going to download in the lockdown browser?
Yeah. Can you see my
All
screen?
right.
It allows me to
All
get
right.
this far.
Okay, were you able to download the file, the app, and install it?
Yeah, I'm able to go back to the folder and everything, and it like it's having me to double click on the app in the folder.
All right. Now another question: which one are you working on? Are you working on the 020 or the
No, the
120?
120. The 120. I'm fine with the O2O. I was able to
Okay.
finish
Yeah.
everything.
All right. We're good. That's the main one. Okay, because we're going to change to something else to take the test for the 120, but that thing should be easy to do though. So you're able to download it, and then you install it, restart your browser, and then go in to the assignment and click on it, and it should try to shut down everything.
No, it's not letting me do that.
All right. I think I had sent you the link up there at the support. Why don't you click on that and see if you can get some kind of let them know what's going on, because
I'm having the same issue.
all right. So tell me again. Let's see if we can kind of get a better idea, because you're able to download the app, right, and install
No,
it without any
no,
issue.
I'm not able to install it. Now, when it gets to a part for me to put it in my like the folder part of my computer, I'm able to do that, but it tells you to double click on it
All
so
right, hold on
it'll
a second.
put
Hold on a
install.
second. Let me go over into that page. Let's see. All right. So I believe this is the one we want. So this is what you got.
Yeah, it looked just like that. It's when I'm trying to
That's
click
just
on it,
a.
it's not letting me click on it.
Oh, let's see. Maybe maybe that's not the page for the lockdown. Let's see.
I tried all of that.
Because we don't use this one that much. They use it like in other departments, like science and stuff. And that. See, this is just a picture. Let's see. All right. So let's try this. Okay, so this might be. I just didn't send this one because I didn't know if it was 4 was the right one. But let me put this in the chat. All right. So, all right. So, I got another student I haven't seen before. Blake, you got your camera on? Need your camera on. So you see that link? Try that one. Maybe that's what I should have sent. All right. So, so what about you, Blake? You all set up on everything?
Yeah, I just downloaded everything that I needed on my computer and let me, so I'm not having
Okay.
the
In the
same problem
020,
that everyone else is having.
in the 020, we're
Yeah.
using the Respondus Lockdown browser for Alex. Over here, it's in Canvas. And then once we pass the initial identification, because it's called a verification process, but you know, you got to go through. And then when you do that, you'll be able to. We'll worry about the test coming later for the 120. I'm going to do that in another one. It looks like with what is it, honor lock. But for right now, we just want to do that just to verify with the face. It's got nothing really important, and there's a couple of silly questions. All right, so
I'm sorry, did you put it
Blake,
back by the quiz? Did you put it back by the quiz by Canvas?
well, I didn't change the quiz. The quiz in the Canvas should work when you get this lockdown installed.
Right, I'm trying to get that installed first. So where is the link that you just sent for us to install it?
Let's see. So when you click on that, it downloads. See that one there? And like I said, I'm hoping that's going to be the one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go back and find out what we're using.
Can you show me the top
All
of
right.
the screen so I can see where you at?
What's that?
Okay, you're by support resources. Okay. I had to see where you
Can you
was
see
at.
what I've got? That's that link I put in.
All right.
All right. So let me see, Brandy.
I think I have it now. I just checked it to see, but once we get off the Zoom, then I'll be able to
Okay.
work through.
So you were able to download that one that is sent?
Yeah, it says it wants to open, but I'm going to have to close everything out for
Right.
it.
I understand.
So I
So
just,
you install it and it wants to open, but we got to wait until class.
yeah. So I'll
Okay.
test it out and let
That's
you know
good.
the outcome.
All right. So I see Blake on here, but the name is different on the roster, Blake. So what's going on? Is that something? I just see the same last name. I'm trying
muted.
to.
Yeah, it's Mary under there, but
Okay.
you know, for obvious reasons, my name is different.
Okay. All right. So that's we're going by Blake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I want to know. All right. So let me just make sure I got everybody here before we get started a bit. Matthew, Leanza, and we got Shakina Hobart. So I haven't seen you before. You okay, Shakina?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you got everything in working order? In the 020, it's the Respondus in Alex, and over here, just a temporary thing we're going to use to do the verification with this
I
one.
think I did all that already.
All right. Well, I'll give us a trial run soon, so just to make sure everything's running. So, anybody got any questions about anything that's going on in the actual material? I'll give a few minutes afterwards because I got something we're going to do. In about 5 minutes, you'll see open up in Alex. and you got about 30 minutes to work on it. It's 15 minutes time limit on it. You don't have to work on it the whole course. You can't work on it the whole 30 minutes, but so whenever you work on it and start, and you can do it 3 times, I believe. So with the 3 times, you should have enough time to do, because it's 15 minutes, but then you got 30 minutes to do it. So you should be able to do it 3 times. But anyway, it's this one here. Evaluation 1. See that name right there? So from Canvas, you can actually do it. I'm just not too used to doing it from Canvas, but I don't know if it's even in here yet. Let's see. I'm so used to going over to Alex. So they do have it in here. So that's the one you want. It'll be available in about a couple of minutes. So anybody got anything else? So Chantel, did you get that one downloaded?
I may have to get offline and finish it up.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you know if I have any other questions. Thank you.
Hold on one second. So as you're going through these, there's just 3 problems, and they're not really, they're kind of basic things about rendering and just order of operations, and they don't line up with the course like I would like to, but these are things that we're going to see sometimes throughout the course. So what I want you to do is just go in and try to work them on. If you got any questions, you can shoot it out in the text, or you can even yell it out. And then I'll try to give you a little bit of hint. And then when the 30 minutes is up, I'll go through and handle a few of them, okay? So 2 more minutes and you should be able to access that. I would change it, but then by the time I change it, it'll be ready to go anyway. And if that one works, one of y'all let me know for sure, because then I'm going to put that in, that link in the addendum where I had the other link. I just didn't put that one because it said 4. I didn't know if that was a version that's a new version or old version. But otherwise, y'all doing okay? Everything all right? All right. Because remember, we're going to be coming into our first test. I believe it's Thursday. So today in the 120, I'm going to finish up the chapter. And then tomorrow we'll have, we'll start, kind of going back over it. And that's mainly decided by what you got questions about. So please bring questions. And there'll be there's the review is open now. So you should be able to work on that once you finish the assignments. Or if you get where you don't think you'll be able to finish everything, jump on that review. That review is the best preparation for the actual test, okay? So there we go. You should be able to access it. So with me, when I click on it, it doesn't go to it. If I work it, I gotta do it as a preview through Alex. But But you should be able to go through Canvas directly if you want. But I either got to go in through student mode or. So there's what you got. What's what you're dealing with. 15 minutes, 3 questions. For some of the tests, I might have you just do Zoom and Cam, and they're not all going to be proctored by the system. So just make sure you get your camera working. That's why I asked you to do it for class, because that's also a good way to proctor as well. It's just that the school wants us to use those systems. Since the 5 is where we want to round to, we look at the number immediately to the right. It's below 5, so we just chop it off. So that's why the 3 or anything past that to the right would just go away, because of the way that we round when it's below 5. So that 3 is below 5. It has nothing to do with that 5, but it's just a matter of, if you're rounding and the number to the right is higher, 5 or higher, then you bump up the number you want to round to. If it's lower, then you just chop it off. It's not anything really earth-shattering. It's just that you're going to make it shorter. Well, that's all there is to it. And you want to make sure that it's more or less accurate. Okay, so we're about to end. Does anybody have any questions? And if you feel embarrassed to say anything in public, you can just put it in the chat, you remember, and just send it directly to me. Yeah, so in the future, I'll give us one of these probably about twice a summer week. During the regular semester, I'll give one like once a week, and then you keep the best ones, and that's you know, your lion's share of your O2O grade. It's also based upon the exam, um, or a light version of the Math 120 exam that comes towards the end. But the stuff we do in class is the major part of that grade for the O2O, meaning that you can pass the O2O without having to pass the 120. But if you pass the 120, it doesn't matter about the O2O because it's not credit bearing. And I don't think it fits into your GPA, if I'm correct, if I'm know what I'm talking about. But the O2O is purposely designed to give us some insight into the 120 and do better there. All right, y'all see this on the board? This is what we talked about last time. Remember about number of subsets and proper subsets? What can we do about this? Well, we need to know how many elements are in the set. Okay, with this one, we've got, because this is all, looks like it's colleges, like their abbreviation, like Ohio State, University of Southern California, Kansas State. I don't know what MSU could be, Missouri or Mississippi. I don't know that much about it. And anyway, it doesn't really matter because we just need to know how many are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. there are 8 elements in this set. N is equal to 8 is what that means. All right. That's an equal sign. All right. We need the formula. 2, I'm going to come back and fix that, for number of subsets, and 2 on this 1 for proper. All right. So as I said, I want to fix this little piece, make the formula, because I can't really do this with my keyboard. But this formula to the n. And 2 to the n minus 1 for proper subsets. So if you got this one here, that's all you really need, the 2 to the n, because the n is the number of elements, and then we've whacked that out with a calculator, and then for proper subsets, we'll subtract 1. All right, so I just got this little calculator here. It doesn't really matter which calculator you use. You want to use that TI, and I really wish I had one that I could, a virtual one, but I don't know if they make them. All right, so we're going to do 2 here, and the TI has a very similar function on there. I believe it looks sort of like this. It looks like this, I believe. It's just like a little, the little character that's over the 6 on your TI, but it does the exact same thing as this. You put in the base, and then you hit that key. So in this case, the 2 is the base, and then we hit our N. See, and that's what that little symbol stands for on your calculator. It's that right there. So 256. So 256 would be the number of subsets, and then the proper subset is going to be 1. So 256 and 255. See that? Does that make sense? All right, let's see what else we can look at. Intersection and union. Remember, when you've got 2 sets, there's 2 possible. Well, you can have 3 and the same thing will happen, but we just want to think of it with 2 right now. But if we've got 2 sets and there's overlap between the 2 sets, then what they have in common is called the intersection. So that little football right there, half blue, half red football, is the A, and then the symbol, the upside down U. You could look at it as kind of 2 eyes if you want to help you remember intersection. Well, the intersection between those 2 sets is 14 and 15. The ones in A or in A only, the ones over here on that side are in B only. These are in B and they're in A. That's why it's the intersection. So set A has 10, 12, 14, and 15. B has 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. We might as well do this one that they got here. All right, so they got set A, which is Cleveland, Indiana, Indianapolis, Chicago, Des Moines, Detroit. And then B is New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit. And C is Seattle, Los Angeles, and San Diego. So they want us to find 3 different things. They want us to find first A intersection B. So between A and B, what do they have in common? Is it Des Moines, Cleveland, Indianapolis?
Chicago.
Good. Chicago?
Chicago and Detroit.
Good. They're in both. All right. So that's A. Chicago and Detroit. Let me switch it to a different color here. All right, now B intersection C, that's going to be New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Detroit. And what do we have in C? We have Seattle, Los Angeles, San Diego. It looks to me like the only thing that's common is Los Angeles between B and C. Right? Make sure I'm right, because sometimes I do silly stuff. Los Angeles is the only one that's common, because New York is only in B, Seattle's only in C, Chicago and Detroit are only in B, and then San Diego's only in C. Now, what do you think this means? What do you think that one means?
Is that
A intersection B intersection C. That's
Is that all the subsets?
yeah. Well, it's just what's common to all 3. All right, we had over here. We had between these 2. We had Chicago and Detroit, but C doesn't have Chicago and Detroit, does it? So there is nothing that's in common, right? You could do that, or you can do the you can do this too. Either one of those means no elements, empty set. So that's the idea behind the intersection. It's common elements. And usually that's the easiest thing to find when you're talking about sets. Now, if they're disjoint, remember, they don't have any common elements. And that's what both of these symbols mean. Either one will suffice. Now, the union of the 2 sets, it's a little bit harder to understand, but it's rather basic. And I believe that I described it as like the United States. They used to call it the Union. Well, the Union is the sum of all of the states, all of the 50 states. If we're in Hawaii, we're in the United States. If we're in Louisiana, we're in the United States. If we're in Delaware, we're in the United States. Okay. So it's all of them. And if we have two sets, one is broken up with states on one side of the Mississippi and states on the other side of the Mississippi. As I remember it, Louisiana is in both. It's both west and east. So see, that one right there would be part of the union, and it would also be in the intersection. Okay. But the union of them would be, all the ones on the left, all the ones on the right side of the river. Let's look at this with this set. So we got this thing up here. Very similar looking to the other one. Of course, 5 and 20 are in the intersection, but we want the union now. The union. And it's A. What are they getting C at? Well, we just do the first two. That's all we need anyway. Oh, example 6. They're doing that thing. Let's find a better one. They still want us to do 6. I guess we'll have to come up here and do it. Because we got to be looking at them. Where were they at? Right here. Okay, so for us, we're doing union now. So if we want to put together A and B, then we just got to make sure we got all of them. Because I had said is, if you're dealing with something, even if something as trivial as like west side of the Mississippi and east side of the Mississippi, there are some states that are on both sides. I think also up at the head of the Mississippi, Minnesota, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm just trying to get across the concept that we just take all of them. So A has nausea, night sweats, nervousness, dry mouth, swollen feet. And B is weight gain, nausea, nervousness, blurry vision, fever, trouble sleeping. So we're going to try to fit them all in there. And you tell me if I got them all. You don't have to have them in any kind of order, technically, but sometimes it may help us to do that. So I'm going to try to put them in order just for the sake of just making sure I've got everything. Like, for example, blurry vision comes first, vision alphabetized wise. And so does fever. But I think I got all the other ones right. Oh, no, we got weight gain. Did I miss anything? So what we can do is you can kind of come up here and look. So we got blurry vision, fever, nausea, night sweats, nervousness, dry mouth, swollen feet, weight gain, trouble sleeping, and we already got nervousness. So that's all of them. So just make sure you got some. This is the big key to success in this class. Make sure you got a way to like double check things. And some of these things are rather silly in the way that I do them. But notice that I kind of did it visually first, and then I went and kept back and double checked by marking out to make sure that I hadn't missed any. Because if you just leave one out that you didn't see, then you create for yourself a little bit of an issue there. So always double check. So what was the other one? It was A Union C. All right. So the union of A and C, I'm sorry, B and C, it's going to be everything in B and C. So I'm going to try to do them in order just so I can double check them a little bit better. This one's got another one that I didn't put. What about this right here? I can put that right there. Eczema. I think that's all of them. Let me go back through now and do what I did before. Let's make sure I got them all. Whoop. All right. So remember, I'm going out of the ones A and C. I think I messed up because I think I put these two together. See? So let's just double check. So dry mouth, I got. Nausea, I got. Blurred vision, I got. Fever, I got. Weight loss, I got. And I got eczema. So I put trouble sleeping in there. See? That one's not in there. That was in this one. So what I need to do is I need to put in this guy, swollen feet. Right? Everything else I got. So see, by double checking, I caught that little mistake. And that's an easy mistake to make because we just looked I looked one line lower. So then this right here, I'm just going to change it to swollen feet right here. A lot of the mistakes that I see with students working is not that they don't have the right idea, it's just that they'll have just put down their initial answer and then not double check it. And you can see how I had one, even though I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. So make sure I got weight loss, I got nausea, I got, oh, oops, see, I'm on the wrong one again. I got nausea, I got night sweats. No, I don't have night sweats. I got to put night sweats in there. That's another one I got to put in. I'll just redo it. Dry mouth is there, and then we got swollen feet. Because I don't think I can go back here and edit that once I got it there. I don't remember. Let's try it one more time. All right, I'm just going to erase it. Well, I'm going to put it over here. The correct version of it. And as I had said, is the union is the harder one to do for some reason, not just the idea of conceptualizing it, but writing it out, because it usually ends up being more stuff. Okay, so that's the idea behind the union. All right. So this one right here is just, you're not looking at this one, we're looking at that one for A union C. All right, was the last one, was it A union, B union C? We're going to get to that today in 120. So we just got to have all of them. And that should be pretty easy because we've been looking at all of them. Yeah. So, actually, this one goes next. It's not dry mouth, it's dry. It's not dry, it's dry mouth. Blurry vision, dry mouth, eczema, fever. Actually, nervousness should go technically next. And there we go. So it's all of them. So blurry vision, fever, trouble sleeping, weight gain, nausea, dry mouth, nausea, blurry vision, fever, weight loss, and eczema, nausea, night sweats, nervousness, dry mouth, and swollen feet. So all of them are in here contained in 2-1. And that's what the union is. All right, let's see if there's anything we got to do with the last couple of minutes here. We did set of operations with 2. All right, let's see if we can I guess technically I haven't gotten to this yet. We're about out of time anyway, but just remember the complement. All right, what the complement is, it's what's not in a particular set. So I'm not sure where they're taken from. Let's just kind of make up our own. Well, let's say A is Cleveland and Chicago. Then A prime, we call it, or A complement, is going to be all of the other ones that's in U. So it's just everything that's not in A. So it takes the U and just takes everything out that's in A, which is Cleveland and Chicago, and everything else is the complement. Okay. So that's the way the complement works. So we'll pick back up with the 2.3, 2.4 material. And the top at the bottom of the hour at 12:30. So if you got any questions, stick around. Otherwise, I'll see you at 12:30.
Hi, Professor Cruz.
Hello.
It's me again. I'm still not having luck downloading this lockdown stuff.
When you say, okay, you're able to click on that and you're using this one. What was the page? So are you on this page here? Let me get rid of that. So are you on this page right here?
Okay, mine doesn't. Let me see.
Because that's the one I put. That's the one I
okay.
put in the.
So that's what I'm gonna have to go to, which says the 4.0 user, single user.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
hoping
then
that's the one particular one we need. So I just put it in the chat if you didn't see that. I put that up there earlier, but
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't. That's why I got lost. That I didn't see the 4.0 single
yeah,
user.
I'm hoping that's the reason why I don't understand all this stuff. And like I said, we're not going to be using Respondus for anything other than this one little bitty assignment. So if you get this to work, then like I said, you can do the little thing, the little verification, whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. Now at the top.
All right. Well, just tell me if you get it to work. Download that one, and then shoot me an email if you get it to work. Okay, or just text me in the next class.
Thanks,
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. See you in a bit.
All right. Bye bye.